guys, we're here today talking about how to simplify a fraction, and I am Mrs. Schwartz. So to simplify a fraction, our goal is to get the fraction into its simplest form, or in other words, divide it far enough that it can only be divisible by 1. So first step you want to always try is ask yourself, can the numerator actually be the factor we're going to divide by? So is 2 divided by 2 possible, and is 6 divided by 2 possible? Well, in this case it is. 2 divided by 2 is 1 exactly, and 6 divided by 2 is 3 exactly. I know that because 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. When you get a unit fraction, you know this is in simplest form. So this is an easy example. But, like on this one, if we took the numerator and tried to use that as our factor to divide by, okay, 9 divided by 9 is possible, but 12 divided by 9, yes, it's possible, but we can't have a remainder. We need a division fact with no remainder. So when this happens to you and the numerator is not the factor you should divide by, we're actually going to need to create a t-chart. So just like in reading, when you're comparing and contrasting or creating, talking about two subjects, you're going to take one factor, put it on the left, the other factor, put it on the right. So 9 twelfths. What we're going to do is list the facts of each factor starting with 1. So I'm going to ask myself, is 1 times anything equal to 9? Well, yes, 1 times 9 is 9. Is 2 times anything equal to 9? No. 3 times anything? Yes, 3 times 3. When you get a repeated factor, you know you can stop. This side is done. We call that a U-turn. We're not going to see any other factors different from what we already have here. On the other side, starting with 1. 1 times 12 equals 12. 2 times 6 equals 6. 3 times 4 equals 12. And then 4 times 3 equals 12. You can see that factors repeated, so we know we're finished, okay? Now remember, it's important to start with 1 so you can make sure not to skip anything. Now we're going to list these factors in order from least to greatest. I'm going to ask my cameraman, can you still see me if I'm writing down here?
Yes, I can.
So 1 is the least on this side, followed by 3, and we really only need to list it once, and then 9 is the greatest. On this side, it's going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 12. Okay, and now we're looking for the greatest common factor. So let's list the ones they have in common. They both have 1, and both lists have 3. There's no 9 on the 12's factor list, so we know we're finished. The greatest of these two, that would be the 3. So our greatest common factor equals 3, and this is the number that we're going to divide by on both the top and the bottom. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4, okay? Now when you get to this point, you're thinking, is this in simplest form? Okay, is there any factor other than 1 that can be divided into both of these? So the only factors of 3 are 1 and 3. But 4 divided by 3 is not possible without a remainder. So because the only common factor is now 1, I know that this is in simplified form. And that's it. Good luck.
Fractions rule!